Already.
Sorry, Jenna's in. I thought you were going to be entertained by a back-to-school VT, but we're having a few technical problems.
No, it's back to school for us here this morning in so many ways. Now, from the Dales to Daleks and the decks of the Titanic, actress Jenna Coleman is one of our most popular TV stars. We love her, don't we?
Yes, we certainly do. She's now set for her crowning glory playing royalty in ITV's new period drama called Victoria. Victoria, as you can see, she's here. Here she is, we hope, as the young, headstrong monarch.
You must take advice.
And we must be your shepherds.
I think you forget. Although I am young and perhaps ignorant, I am my father's daughter, the granddaughter of a king, and I believe I shall find my own way, and if I require advice, I will ask for it. Sir John, you have our permission to withdraw.
Goodness me, and Jenna is here now. I mean, I'm so looking forward to this. It starts next weekend, doesn't it? So we all can settle down Sunday night and watch it. It's going to be brilliant. But for you, as an actress, the idea of taking on Queen Victoria, what was that like?
Pretty... I had to kind of really think about it, actually, but I think it's because it's somebody that's obviously real and existed, never mind someone who's kind of, you know, so iconic and so part of our history. But I think whenever you play anybody that's actually really lived, yeah, there's a certain kind of responsibility, I suppose, but also, you know, it's impossible. The research material and everything that we've got in the first hand of hers that's accessible.
What was it you were using for that, Jenna?
Lots of I mean, she's written like 62 million words.
Goodness.
In her journal. She's like the most prolific journal writer in history. She's got watercolours accessible. I mean, she's kind of on the page, really.
So you can take all that and try and put that into the character of the role.
Yeah.
So we tend to think of Queen Victoria, I think, mainly in later stages when she was not amused and, you know, when she was sort of the kind of ultimate sort of moral arbiter. Very stern, you know, all of that. Whereas here she is at 18, young little wisp of a thing. And we're also promised, I don't know if it's true, a little bit of steaminess.
Yeah, with Albert in particular. I mean, it's interesting because she... again, it's people have got this preconception of her, and I think it is because, you know, we see her in black, she's wearing black, and that image of her, she's much older. But her humour, there's actually a photograph of her laughing somewhere, and you see that twinkle, like she's very unprecious, kind of absolutely formidable woman, and you see those traits in her when she's younger, but she's quite inconsistent, kind of very young and romantic, actually, but still with this vein of steel that runs through her. So you kind of get to see that and see the Victoria that we know as the iconic Victoria, I suppose.
And the challenge for you as an actress as well, because I was reading and you ended up having to do all sorts of bits and pieces to prove that you were going to be the size saddling, riding, to play the role, to prove that you were Queen Victoria, because that's what she was doing.
I can side saddle.
And is that something you could do before?
In a corset?
No.
In a corset? No. Now that should be Olympic sport.
Yes.
Yeah, actually, yeah, that was a test to the core, to say the least. But yeah, side saddle, and I attempted to learn Beethoven.
Because she played the piano as well?
Yeah, well, it's kind of her and Albert. It was their shared passion, and, you know, there's such different... You know, he's very mathematical and logical, and she's very emotionally led, but they shared this passion over music, and he used to, you know, make songs, compose for her, and it was part of their courtship.
And how did you get on with the piano, then?
Not great, no, not too great.
And what about this thing that Kate was saying, because 17 years they were together, they had 9 children.
Yeah.
And there is steamier parts to this. Are we going to see the royals in passionate throes?
Yeah, it's not something we've shied away from at all, because I think to understand their relationship and to understand how they operate with one another, their chemistry and their passion, their love for one another was extremely strong, but yet turbulent. So there's so much that happens, but in order to understand them as a dynamic and as how they operate, you have to have that passion there, and I think it's quite important to not shy away from it.
Well, talking of passion, though, there have been pictures of you and Prince Harry. I'm assuming you're together because of research? Was for the royal family? Was that what it was?
No, he's a friend of mine.
Is he?
He is, yes.
See, we want him married off. The idea of Prince Harry to marry to Clara, Doctor Who's sister, would be brilliant.
Well, that's the magic. That's
my
written
dream.
your story,
that's
isn't
my
it? Right
dream,
there.
yeah.
Jenna, it's lovely to see you. Best of luck.
Thank you.
When it airs, I know you've been waiting for a long time. It's a big thing, and we're all going to be, like you say, Downton Slot Sunday
Brilliant.
night. Fingers
Sunday
crossed.
night.
Thank you.
You get the reception that we hope for.
Thank you very much.
Very exciting. Well, Richard Arnold's going to take us behind the scenes of the set of Victoria on tomorrow's show, so we'll see lots more of you, which will be great.
Yeah,
It'll be
it's
great.
pregnant, I think.
Yeah. So
You, not Richard.
Sorry, Queen Victoria. Yes.
Richard just looks
Clarify.
pregnant. That's the worry.
Laura's on the
Laura's got the weather.